Chapter 734, Wrestling with the JACKAL. Well, let's get ready to rumble. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. It starts at a local restaurant. Me, Nico, Lincoln, Lainey, Sydney, Sid, Rachel and Lucy are having lunch. Nanette was taking our order. Nanette, hey guys. Me, hey Nanette. How have things been since you were cured? Nanette, oh it's awesome JD. I'm so glad I have my humanity back. Nico, and we're glad we killed the Shredder. He was the one that did that to you. Nanette, I know. Sid, that's another one of my favorite adventures. You guys going after the Shredder? Me, oh yes Sid. That was one of our most awesome adventures. Lincoln, it sure was. I'll never forget going up against the Shredder and the Foot Clan. Rachel, me too Link. It was so cool taking them down. Me, you said it Ratch. Nanette, what were you doing before the Shredder and his Foot Clan changed you all? Nanette, I was walking home from work after a long day. Then I was abducted by the Shredder's soldiers. I woke up in a strange room. Then next thing I knew, everything blacked out. Me, the Shredder deserved to be destroyed. Sydney, yeah but things slowly got better in the underground city. Flashback. Sydney, narrating. After we met in the underground city, me, Sheila and Nanette became really good friends and we were trying to figure out what to do if we ever got cured and saw the surface again. We've been best friends ever since. Flashback ends. Me, and we all arrived with the cure and saved you all. Sydney, that's right. Me, Sydney, how did you, Nanette and Sheila meet? Sydney, that was shortly after we were abducted and we discovered the regenerative properties of the crystal moon. But it was during our time in the underground city that we got to know each other. Flashback. In the Shredder's lab, Sydney, Sheila, and Nanette were being injected with DNA from different creatures from other planets and they started changed into their monster forms. Sydney had on a blue shirt and blue leggings. It was an awful experience. Past Sydney, screaming in excruciating pain. Past Nanette, what's happening to me? Past Sheila, it hurts so bad. They changed. Sydney, narrating. We don't remember much after we were abducted. But after we were made human again because of the crystal moon we really started talking. Past Sydney, my name is Sydney. Past Nanette, I'm Nanette. Past Sheila, I'm Sheila. It's a pleasure. Sydney, we were talking about the usual. Past Sydney, so you were walking home from work Nanette? Past Nanette, yeah until these weird men kidnapped me and turned us into monsters. Past Sheila, we've been cursed with a fate worse than death. Past Sydney, we have to think of something to help get us out of here somehow. Sydney, ever since then we were like prisoners down there. Flashback ends. Sydney, it was a nightmare. Me, that is awful Sydney. Lincoln, and I take it the Turtle Brothers found you guys. Nanette, they sure did. Flashback. Nanette, narrating. They found us in the sacred chamber frozen in crystal and they saw us without our clothes on. Their reactions on their faces were priceless. Past Nanette, like what you see boys. Past Sheila, not a single word. Got it? Sydney covered herself. The turtles were embarrassed. Flashback ends. We laughed. Me, okay now that's funny. What were you all doing in your spare time while waiting for us? Sydney, I was trying to decipher some runes in the city. Nanette, I was gardening and Sheila was carrying rocks and boulders. Me, well you guys had to do something to pass the time. Also if you went too far away from the crystal moon, what would happen? Nanette, we would turn back into monsters. Sydney, the crystal moon was the only thing that would keep us from changing into monsters. We were trapped in a prison underground. Nanette, I wandered away and turned back into my blue beetle monster form and it was terrible. Me, what a nightmare. Flashback. Sydney wandered away the first time and she changed into her blue furry insect monster form. But she still retained some of her humanity and she went back in and she reverted back. But she was naked. Past Sydney, look at any part of me and I'll kill you. The same thing happened to Nanette and when she came back and she reverted back and was naked too. Past Nanette, like what you see boys. I think I'm gonna puke. Sheila did the same and she walked back in covering her naked self. Past Sheila, look at me and I'll break your fucking necks. Flashback ends. Me, that is a total nightmare. Sid, I would not want to wish that on my worst enemies. Lainey, how did you guys react when the crystal moon sunk into the lava? Sydney, that was a disastrous reaction. Flashback. The exploding geodes they used were too powerful and the crystal moon fell from the cave ceiling and sank beneath the lava. Past Sydney, oh no. Past Nanette, without the crystal moon we're gonna turn back into monsters. Past Sheila, and here it comes. Sheila clutched her head in agony and she turned back into an ugly spider creature. First she grew extra arms from her sides and she bent down and grew a huge mouth and she turned into an ugly spider creature. Nanette did the same as she turned into an ugly blue beetle creature and grew extra arms and she changed and Sydney did so as well and she screamed and turned into a furry blue insect humanoid creature. Their clothes shredded as they changed. Their hair receded and their teeth grew into razor-sharp fangs. Flashback ends. Me, horrible. Lincoln, no kidding. Me, but you all were cured when we arrived and brought the crystal moon back. Flashback. After the crystal moon was raised out of the lava thanks to us, everyone reverted back to their human forms. Nanette had her body shrink back and extra arms retract and she grew her hair and face back. Sheila had her spider appearance vanish and she lost her extra arms and her teeth returned back to normal and she stood as a human should. She regrew her hair and her skin. They were back to normal. But they were naked. Past Nanette, we're back to human again. Past Sheila, but how? Past me, that would be thanks to us. They saw us and we boys had our eyes covered. Past Lincoln, we're not looking until you put some clothes on. Past me, and if we do Nicole will beat the living shit out of us. Past Sheila, good. You even peek at me and I'll snap your neck. Past Sydney, we can now cure you all thanks to Team Loud Phoenix Storm and our friends. Nanette, Sydney. Sheila, Sydney. Nanette and Sheila hugged Sydney after they put some clothes on and we administered the serum. Flashback ends. We laughed. Me, we sure were smart back then. Sydney, yeah. Nanette, Sheila, and I quickly became sisters because of it. Our bond was so strong that we ended up becoming so close because of it. I've become the big sister. Strong, brave, optimistic, and never willing to give up hope. Me, that's what I like in people. Nanette, and me and Sheila have become the younger sisters. I am strong, powerful, and giving. Sheila is a strong and fearless woman willing to protect. Lincoln, that's awesome. Suddenly an explosion bursted through the wall of the restaurant and in came a figure flying in and it looked like a giant bat. When it landed we saw that it was a gene slammer that was half human, half vampire bat. Me, whoa. Lincoln, another land gene slammer. Lainey, this one is half human, half vampire bat. Lucy, wicked. Me, who are you? Batswarm, my name is Batswarm. But I used to be Ophelia Ramirez. Lincoln, I'm confused. I thought Dr. Roland Paradigm specializes in land animal gene slamming. Me, actually bats spend most of their time on the ground when they sleep during the day. And they come out at night to feed. They are masters of both land and air. Lincoln, oh. Lucy, vampire bats have always been my favorite creatures. They are the true masters of the night and the darkness. Me, it's amazing at what they can do. Ophelia, how did you become half human, half vampire bat? Batswarm, I don't have any idea. I was living alone in Orchid Bay when suddenly I started feeling an excruciating stomach pain and back pain. I went to bed hoping it would go away. Then the next morning I awoke looking like this. But the sunlight hurts me. It weakens me because the light from the sun blinds me and it burns me somehow. Me, that's exactly like what happened with the Nightbreed when we met them. Lincoln? Yet. They couldn't go out in the sunlight because it hurts them and weakens them somehow. Me, the sun's ultraviolet radiation weakened them somehow. That's warm, that is very similar. But when I became like this I developed an insatiable thirst for blood. I can't control it. Me, that is an interesting trait in vampire bats. Sid, yet. Vampire bats can drink up to 60% of their body weight in blood in one night. But if they don't feed every 2 or 3 days they die. Lucy, that's an interesting fact, Sid. I didn't know that. Lincoln, she's like a walking animal encyclopedia. Her mom works at the zoo as a zoologist. Sid, yep. Sydney, that's amazing. Lainey, I know where Orchid Bay is. That's a suburb of Gotham Royal York on the eastern edge of the city. Me, it's an interesting town and our scanners picked up a lot of supernatural and mystical activity there. That's warm, yet. I ran away from Orchid Bay and went into hiding and now I only come out at night. But I can't control myself right now. I need to get some blood in me. Me, you don't want to taste my blood, Ophelia. It's poisonous. Nanette, we don't have any other option. We need you to change into your monster form so we can hold Ophelia while we cure her. We can give you both the ability to change at will. Nanette, okay. I understand. Me, okay. Boys, you better cover your eyes. I don't want you all to see this so Nicole can beat the living shit out of us. Nico, okay. Me, Nanette, this is gonna really hurt. Are you ready? Nanette, I am. We covered our eyes and I snapped my fingers and Nanette changed. Nanette, her hands turn into claws. Here we go. 2 more of Nanette's mutated arms grew out of her sides. Her back expanded as it turned blue, ripping apart her shirt. Her front side turned white and expanded, ripping apart her pants. Her feet then transformed to suit her new form, ripping apart her shoes. Nanette was currently a blue beetle monster with a human head and red underwear. Nanette grits her teeth. Dear God. I hate this part. Nanette's blonde hair fell out of her head as her red underwear ripped off. She grew antennae and gained a blue beetle monster head. A blue beetle monster stood in the place where Nanette once stood. Nanette went at Batswarm and held her and I snapped my fingers again and Nanette and Batswarm were reverting back. We covered our eyes again. She had magenta and purple hair and green eyes and she was knocked out and back to normal. Nanette was totally unclothed. Nanette was back to human form. But she was also naked. Nanette smirks as she strikes a pose in front of Lincoln like what you see, Lincoln? Lincoln, and risk having Nicole and the anti-pervert patrol beat the living crud out of me? Nico, I don't think so. Nico took out some pepper spray and he sprayed his eyes with it. Sydney, Nico, why the hell did you spray your eyes with pepper spray? Nico, so I don't accidentally peep on Nanette. Don't worry. I'll be fine in a few minutes. Me, that's going a little overboard, dude. I pulled out a purple robe and gave it to Nanette. She put it on and we uncovered our eyes. Me, let's get you both back to the estate and get you some new clothes. Lenny is a great fashionista. She can make many kinds of clothes for anyone. Nanette, thanks JD. I picked up Ophelia. Me, so she embraced the gothic subculture as well. Lucy, it looks like it. Wait. Let me help too. We saw an oriental girl with black hair and brown eyes and a magenta streak in her hair. She had a green shirt with a pink dragonfly on it and blue jean pants and she had combat boots and a strange bracelet on her left arm. Me, and you are? Juniper, sorry, my name is Juniper Lee. Me, Pleasure to meet you, Juniper. Juniper, you can call me June if you want. It's an honor to meet you, JD. Me, you too. Wait a second. I recognize this bracelet. You are the legendary Te Xianzi. Juniper, how did you know that? Me, trust me, June. We are no strangers to the worlds of the mystic, the paranormal, the supernatural, and the magic arts. You are the magical protector and your job is to maintain the balance between the physical and the spiritual planes. Juniper, that's right. Me, let's head back to the estate and you can tell us all about it. Juniper, all right. We were walking back to the estate. Lainey, so June, how big is the responsibility of being the magical protector? Juniper, it's a big responsibility. Almost as big as you being the leader of Team Loud Phoenix Storm, JD. Me, that is a huge job. You have your work cut out for you, June. Juniper, yet. Then an explosion blasted out the front window of a jewelry store. Craboohoohoohoohum. Me, uh-oh. We got a jewelry store robbery in progress. Nico, let's get them. Juniper, I want to help too. Me, okay June. But it's dangerous. Juniper, I can handle it. Me, okay. Robber 1, let's go man. Hurry. Me, off screen, you shit faces aren't going anywhere except prison. I swooped in and punched a robber in the face and kicked him in the stomach. Nico, you robbers have failed this city. Nico punched a robber in the face. Then we suddenly saw June jump in and she pile drove a robber with incredible strength and she punched him in the mouth and knocked out some of his teeth. Me, whoa. June is incredibly powerful. Nico, she has superhuman strength. Lincoln, unbelievable. Juniper kicked a robber in the crotch and there was a sickening crunch and then she threw the robber into the wall of the store. A third robber went at her and Juniper ran at him with amazing speed and he swung a crowbar at her and she dodged him and jumped over him and kicked him in the face and sent him crashing into the wall of the store, knocking him out. Me, wow. June, that was well done. Nico, you have superhuman speed and strength. Amazing. Juniper, that's right. I have all these abilities that come with being the Te Xianzi. Lainey, it's awesome. Lucy, you have an awesome skill set. Nanette, she sure does. Me, how would you like to join us, June? Juniper, I would be honored, JD. Me, great. JD too, I sense two Shen Gong Wu, JD. Me, where are they? JD too, they're in the jewelry store that was just robbed. Me, which ones are they? JD too, the Shroud of Shadows and the Ruby of Ramses. The Shroud of Shadows allows the user to become invisible and the Ruby of Ramses allows the user to levitate any object. Me, wow. That's neat. I hope someone doesn't use the Shroud of Shadows for perverse pleasure. That would be a despicable and dishonorable act. JD too, it sure would be. Juniper, who are you talking to? Lainey, it's a long story, June. I went into the jewelry store and I saw the Shroud of Shadows hanging on the wall like a tapestry and the Ruby of Ramses was in a display case. The Ruby of Ramses looked like a large, 8-sided, conical-shaped ruby. It also had numerous spikes close to the base of the ruby. The Shroud of Shadows was a dark-colored cloth whose gradient would range from black to light gray depending on the lighting. About as large as a poncho. Me, so these two are the Shroud of Shadows and the Ruby of Ramses. I take the ruby out of the case and I took the Shroud of Shadows down. Me, it's good we found these. We went back to the estate. We arrived and Ophelia woke up. Ophelia, groans. What happened? Juniper, Ophelia, are you all right? Ophelia, June? What happened? Juniper, it's a really strange and ugly story. Let's get you some clothes and I'll tell you all about it. We got Nanette and Ophelia some new clothes. Nanette was now wearing a purple summer shirt with a blue beetle on it and a purple sleeveless trench coat with scarabs all over it with the kanji for blue beetle of death on the back. She also had purple leggings and blue sneakers. Nanette, I look amazing. Lenny, purple is totes a trending color for you. Ophelia had a black sleeveless trench coat in her size and she had a gray summer shirt with a bat on it. The trench coat had bats on it and the kanji for venomous vampire bat on the back. She also had black jean pants and black spike boots. She also had black bat earrings and a black spiked choker. Ophelia, I do look amazing. But life is a grim and dull thing. Me, I know Ophelia. But we have to be ready for the hardships of all life. Maria, I'm starting to think that the Paradigm Brothers are perverts. William, what makes you say that, babe? Maria, do you know how many clothes are destroyed thanks to the transformations those three cause? Me, I can only speculate, Maria. But if we don't stop them, we're gonna have a whole world full of gene slammers to deal with. Ophelia, June, can I ask you a question? Juniper, sure Ophelia. Ophelia, why are you always running off like that? You always have something not needed you need to do. Juniper, nervous. Me, June, I think it's time she knew the truth. Besides, one thing I've learned is that you can tell anyone whom you feel is trustworthy. Juniper, that is a good point. Okay, Ophelia. You see, the reason I'm running off all the time is because of this. Juniper showed her bracelet. Juniper, this bracelet lets me know when there's a disruption in the balance of the physical, magical, and spiritual planes. I'm a mystical warrior called the Te Xianzi. I'm the magical protector and that has a major responsibility. My job is to maintain order and balance between the worlds of the paranormal, the mystical, and the supernatural. Me, that's right. Her job is just as powerful as our job is on Team Loud Phoenix Storm. And we are no strangers to the worlds of the paranormal, supernatural, and the mystic. Juniper, yep. I have to fight monsters and demons and spirits and all that stuff. Ophelia, that is a big job. But where are the monsters? I don't see them. Me, well, you can't see them because the monsters exist on the spiritual plane. June is the only one that can see them. Let me show you through her eyes. I snapped my fingers and Ophelia saw smaller monsters and spirits. Ophelia, oh my God. This is what you see, June? Juniper, yep. On a daily basis. It's a majorly powerful job. She saw two little monsters fighting. Juniper went over to them and broke them all. Juniper, all right, you two break it up. Me, her job is a majorly big one. Ophelia, I see what you mean, JD. June, I didn't know you had so much responsibility on your plate. It's just as powerful as Team Loud Phoenix Storm. Juniper, I know. Ophelia, that is cool, June. You have an awesome job and a cool rep. Juniper, thanks, Ophelia. How would you like to help me out as my partner? Ophelia, I would like that, June. They shook hands and we're in business together as a team. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Later the next day we were watching wrestling. Alex was on the treadmill dripping a lot of sweat. But she was back to what she was before. Alex, I think I'm back to my non-overweight self. Lynn Sr., yep, you are, Alex. Great job today. Alex got off the treadmill. Me, come on, Triple H. Rip his head off. Lynn, come on, Brodus. Destroy him. Lincoln, boy, you guys love watching wrestling. Lainey was reading a book. Then the alarm went off. Me, uh-oh. We went to the computer and saw that the evil wrestler Jackie the JACKAL was back and he was hurting all kinds of innocent people. Me, Jackie the JACKAL? Ron, I thought we saw the last of Jackie the JACKAL. Kim, apparently not. And now, the so-called champion's back in the ring, along with dozens of civilians. Me, who is Jackie the JACKAL? Kim, he was one of our most powerful adversaries. Originally a promoter for the GWA, a highly popular traveling wrestling show, Jackie Oaks tired of selling fights and wanted to be in one. Jackie Oaks is the founder and promoter of the Global Wrestling Association. Wanting to become a wrestler himself, he stole mystical Egyptian artifacts and allowed the spirit of Anubis, the Egyptian god of mummification, to possess him. This transformed him into a super strong creature that he called the JACKAL. However, with his short stature, he is denied the action and respect he wants. In order to achieve his goal, he turns to stealing some ancient Egyptian artifacts from museums while on tour with the wrestlers. Most notably a talisman of Anubis and the ancient papyrus that contains the incantation to activate the power of the talisman, allowing him to be possessed by the spirit of Anubis. This transforms him into a powerful JACKAL human hybrid, which he intends to use in the ring in order to become a successful wrestler. But even with the power of Anubis, Jackie is brought down with the combined efforts of Kim, Ron, Steel Toe, Pain King, and Rufus. Shago, to be honest, me and Draken never did pay that much attention to Oaks until today. So he's a wrestling promoter gone bad. Now he has the gall to attack innocent people and disgrace the world of pro wrestling? This guy is a monster. Let's get him. Lin, yeah. Let us help you all out as well. We turned and we saw Jaina and Zan the Wonder Twins. Wow. Jaina and Zan the Wonder Twins. Jaina, that's right JD. It's an honor to meet you. Zan, the Justice League can't stop talking about you guys. We were told so much about you. I had a feeling. We had the Justice League help us out a lot and we helped the Justice League too. Our achievements have spread like wildfire throughout the entire Justice League and the Avengers. Jaina, they sure did. You're more than welcome to help us. Jaina, thanks JD. Zan, let's get him. Let's fly. We set out for the WWE Wrestling Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Asterisk. Jackie the JACKAL was hurting people like crazy. Then a massive fiery explosion blew a hole through the stadium roof and a phoenix cry was heard. We landed in the arena floor. Lin, to the civilians, everyone clear out of here now. Jackie the JACKAL, we won't let you disgrace the worlds of pro wrestling anymore. I agree with you there JD. We turned and we saw all our favorite stars of wrestling. John Cena, Hulk Hogan, AJ Lee, Goldberg, Santino Marella, The Miz, Triple H, Michael Cole, Vince McMahon, Brodus Clay, Kane, Sin Cara, Jerry Lawler, SGT, Slaughter, Jimmy Hart, Big Show, Alberto Del Rio, Cameron, and Naomi. Oh wow. The wrestling legends. Nico, this is so awesome. Hulk H, it's such an honor to meet you Team Loud Phoenix Storm. John C, you guys are legends all around the world. AJ, and it's awesome how you guys work together to take down criminals. We get that all the time. Nico, let's work together to take down Jackie the JACKAL. Brodus, let's get him. Everyone, yeah. Ben, I think Wrath would like to have a word with you Jackie. Ben turned into Wrath. Wrath, let me tell you something, Jackie Oaks, otherwise known as Jackie the JACKAL. Wrath is gonna beat you like a bad egg. Hulk H, you tell him Wrath. Lori, let's get them AJ. Ladies first. Lori punched Jackie and AJ picked up Jackie and slammed him onto the arena floor. Lori and AJ pile-drive Jackie and punched him in the stomach. Lori, you literally disgust me Jackie. AJ, you are a disgrace to wrestling. Lenny and Naomi punched Jackie in the stomach and kicked him in the face. Naomi, that's showing you. Lenny, you totes disgust me Nikki. Naomi, his name is Jackie. Lenny, oh right. Luna punched Jackie and SGT. Slaughter kicked him below the belt and punched him in the face. SGT. Slaughter, awesome job soldier. Luna, it was awesome dude. Lewin teamed up with The Miz, Lincoln teamed up with Goldberg, Lucy teamed up with Kane, etc., etc., etc. Nico, let's sock it to him Hulk. Hulk H, you know it Nico. Nico and Hulk, let us tell you something Jackie the Jackal. You have failed the entirety of the world of wrestling. Hulk Hogan and Nico punched Jackie in the face and kicked him in the stomach with devastating force and dealt him a deadly uppercut to his face. Then they grabbed a metal chair and slammed it onto Jackie's head. Hulk H, you have a lot of talent in wrestling Nico. Nico, I watch a lot of it on TV and you are an awesome wrestler Hulk. Me and John Cena went into the ring. Me, let's get him John. John C, you got it JD. We went at Jackie and punched him in the face with incredible strength. We picked him up with our strength. Me, John the First loved how you kicked Robert Patrick's butt in your movie The Marine back in 2006. John C, that was one of my classics JD. But it was Ferdinand in 2017 that really inspired a lot of people. Me, that's one of my favorites John. You were a true bull in that movie. John C, laughs, that's a good one JD. We slammed Jackie onto the arena and pile drove Jackie. Raph punched and slashed Jackie the Jackal all over the place with ferocious and indiscriminate fury. Raph punches Jackie, you like that? Slashes him, how about that? Brawl went onto the arena. Brawl, don't you know who I am? Jackie the Jackal charges at Brawl. Brawl, I'm Brawl, fucker. Punches Jackie. Then a Kurt Zisa Heartless appeared. Ironhide dodges a punch from Kurt Zisa? Well, Optimus, OL buddy, this is what separates the Autobots from the robot chickens. Brawn, ain't no one calling me a robot chicken. Ironhide and Brawn punched the Kurt Zisa Heartless all over the place and destroyed it. Me, Jackie has a dark orb and it's in his talisman. Combo time. Metroplex, Scottish accent, let's get him lads. Cyber key power. The Giganteon cyber planet key went into his battle axe and the blades separated. Psylocke, let's get him. Giganteon cyber key power. The Giganteon cyber planet key went into her device and it will had her sword grow to the size of Metroplex's axe and it enhanced her strength and power 100-fold. The sword glowed neon pink. Psylocke and Metroplex, super weapon giant slam. They slammed their giant weapons onto Jackie the Jackal and they hit him with devastating force and slammed him through the arena floor. Triptychon, me, Triptychon, smash Jackal. Cyber key power. The Giganteon cyber planet key went into his back in city mode and it enhanced all of his weapons and strength 100-fold and it enabled him to have more weapons and blasters pop out and fire them all in rapid succession. He was now a moving battle fortress. Shocker, time for action. Earth cyber key power. The Earth cyber planet key went into his device and it enhanced his lightning and sonic powers 100-fold. Shocker, maximum lightning storm assault. Shocker fired a massive blast of lightning and Triptychon fired all his weapons and blasters all at once and they hit Jackie the Jackal and exploded all over the place. Me, final smash time guys. Jaina, let's get him Zan. Zan, you got it Jaina. Wonder Twins, echoing, Wonder Twin powers activate. They put their fists together and activated their powers. Jaina, form of a blue whale. Jaina turned into a blue whale. Zan, shape of a mega tsunami. Zan turned into a massive tsunami of pure water. Wonder Twins, super whale tsunami smash. The Wonder Twins slammed into Jackie the Jackal with incredible force and shattered the dark orb and we got a massive power boost. Brawl, let's finish this clod. Brawl storm punching fisticuffs. Brawl punched Jackie the Jackal with a ferocious flurry of powerful fisticuffs, knocking him down. Brawl, to the viewers, that's how the fight ends. Lynn, now it's time for the grand finale. John, Hulk, AJ, guys, shall we teach this disgrace what true wrestling is all about? AJ, let's do it Lin. John C, let's get him. Lin and the wrestlers went at Jackie who was on his last legs and they charged up powerful punches ready to destroy him. Lin and the wrestlers, WrestleStorm Mania Punch Barrage. Lin and the wrestlers ferociously punched Jackie the Jackal all over the place with a ferocious and relentless assault of punches that were so powerful and so devastating that they caused the whole arena to explode into powder. When it was done we saw that Jackie the Jackal was defeated and the talisman that he was wearing was destroyed. Jackie reverted back and Nico grabbed him and picked him up. Nico, Jackie Oaks, you have failed this city. Me, he has failed the entirety of the worlds of wrestling. John, it was so awesome teaming up with you guys. John C, it was awesome to help you guys as well. We shook hands with them and we all were declared the champions of wrestling. Jackie Oaks was sentenced to 20 life sentences in the Titan prison without the possibility of parole. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Back at the estate we were resting. We had an autographed specially made poster of us with our favorite wrestling heroes. Nico also caught a Chimeco and an Absol. In the training grounds, Lily was practicing her lightsaber moves against a Roboplankton we have built for training purposes. Roboplankton, you have interfered with my plans for the last time, you stupid brat. I will now destroy you. Lily, bring it on, you malignant shrimp. Roboplankton fired ion blasts at Lily and she deflected all the blasts back at the Roboplankton and they hit him and exploded. She was demonstrating an awesome display against him. We not only restored the honor of all of wrestling, but we also brought down a bad wrestling wannabe. The end. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Another fanfiction complete. Jackie the Jackal was the most ruthless wrestler in all of the Kim Possible universe. I wanted to make this a combination between a fight like we always do and guest appearances and a team up with the most famous wrestlers in all of the WWE. I also wanted to add Juniper Lee from the life and times of Juniper Lee to the mix. Nico-chan gave me the ideas for this one. Thanks man as usual. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time. Life and Times of Juniper Lee belongs to Judd Winnick and Cartoon Network.